just looking like a wow. So beautiful, so elegant, just looking like a wow.
Hey now, part 2 of Love and Marriage Huntsville season 7 reunion part 1. Yeah, my part 2. I had to break it up into 2, y'all. Oh, thank y'all so much for coming back for part 2. I appreciate everybody's condolences again. Everybody that wrote on my wall, people that text me, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for taking the time to think about me and mine. Anyway, so excuse me guys, they start and they show Marsau and Tisha, you know, talking behind the scenes during lunch, and Tisha basically saying she tired of people coming for her. She been good all of these times, and the reason people been coming for her is because she's been so good. Woo! Another couple trying to rewrite history, because then Marsau says, well, you can't be good 90% of the time and then crash and burn as a pilot 10% of the time. When was she good 90% of the time? This is what she does. She comes to reunions and then she gets tough because you're there. But when she's off with the girls by herself, she's not so tough. But I don't get it, because you're the same mug that ran from Ameen. But I digress. So Stormi and Courtney was talking, and Stormi was saying she couldn't believe that they had practiced that, and how she came there, you know, cutting up. Tisha came there, you know, popping off or whatever. And Courtney was saying shit, he had never heard her talk before. He couldn't believe it either, because she don't never say nothing no other damn time. She waits to get to the reunion to get big and bad. Probably because she know y'all probably can't fight on the reunion stage. But y'all live in the same town. Shit, all somebody gotta do is go beat that ass and tape it. Now let me stop. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Unless you really need to. And I'm not kidding. And I agree, Stormi. The only reason that Tisha and Marsau is who they are is because of Love and Marriage Huntsville, which means it's because of Melody, Shari, Rogers. Because if she would have never had that meeting with Carlos about her dream, her vision for this television show, they would not be on there. Carlos would not have put everything together and created the show, and none of this would be possible. But they act like they created the show or something. But yet, they the first couples to come out, the snots. If you was the best, you be coming out last. That's how it works in show business. And Mel's absolutely right. He was like, I'm the man, I'm the man. I did that. That's exactly the attitude he was. He was being a narc, showing narc behavior. Out there saying what you did, how you felt, and what you was doing while you was with him, like he could tell somebody what they was doing. If that's the case, like then they show him and Maurice, and he telling Maurice he know for a fact that Mel's lying. Then how come Maurice didn't know for a fact until Kimmi told him? You can't know for a fact. You can't know, especially if you're doing your thing at the same time. You can't tell the difference between hers and yours. Child, now I know she telling the truth, because that's telling me that you young in the bed. You're very young, very inexperienced. Oh, no wonder we call you Slow Tail. Wait a minute, Kimmi always kept it 100. Kimmi not finna be lying. Kimmi did lie. That's how she faked it. And then he gonna say, no, not Kimmi. Yes, she did. She admitted that she faked it. So when she faked it, then she was lying. She was not keeping it real, or else she would not be faking it. What are y'all talking about? Y'all are so stupid. Oh, ugh. So they come back with the ladies. And the biggest bad bee in the house, so, bottom row so. What else they call them? Tuck, yuck, I don't know, all kind of stuff. Squidward. But he is the Marsau. He talking about, really? Tisha looking around. She always had this smirk on her face when people call her husband a bee. I always notice that smirk she has, which tells me she believes that he's a bee too. Take heed, Marsau. I hope you watching these episodes and looking at that smirk on Tisha's face every time somebody call you a B, because she enjoys it. And again, let's remind Kimmi when she says that Marsau is equal opportunity, that he's popped off with Tiffany, he's popped off with Stormi, he's popped off with Mel. She ain't named one man after she said he's equal opportunity. Then you proceed to name all women that he's popped off with. He don't pop off with Courtney. He says little snide remarks. He don't pop off with ameen. He says little snide remarks to his wife. That's a bitch. That's exactly what a bitch is. Kimmi, speaking on everybody's business is not the same thing. Carlos asked to raise your hand if you think Marsau is in women's business, ladies' business, okay? If he's talking about guys stuff, then that's what he's supposed to be speaking on. So nobody's talking about that. But he ain't saying it to them guys. Where's all these conversations where Marsau is having these same type of conversations that he's having with these women? Because I don't be seeing that. I miss that. Carlos, when you asked Marsau about Stormi calling him a bitch, why did you add in that you came up to ask her for the $100 and then you touched her and she said don't touch me? What did all of that, why did you have to add all of that in to say that Stormi called you? Because she called a bitch at a certain time. Like, I don't think it had anything to do with him touching her. It's the way that he acts. No, like, a woman's not gonna say a man is a B because he touched her shoulder. Like, that's not what Stormi was talking about, and you know it. Like, why do you do that? Like where are you from? You supposed to be from Detroit. Like, they're not like slow. Like, they streetwise and they not slow. Like, you be trying to act slow. You like, cut it out. Woo! The way Stormi explained her explanation of a bitch, and then gave that little head nod at the end, I had to throw up the black fist and say, right on, sister. And then they played that music at the same. I was with you, Stormi. And the way you described it, that is Marsau all day. And you are right. He is a bitch. Say that shit, girl. Tisha tried to put on the mammy cake. She went up Mammy Mountain, y'all. I don't see how you could call another black man a bitch, but yet that black man is always harassing black women and you don't have a problem with it because he lay in the bed with you. Girl, shut your dumb kickball head ass up. That's right. Like Stormi said, we been feeling sorry for you. Cut it out. Take that damn mammy cape off and climb your big head ass off of Mammy Mountain, please. That's right, Stormi. Black women do. Black women do all the time. We get disrespected the most, but you gonna put on a cape for a damn man. Just like we said, a Dustina, her and Kimmi, pick Misha, Dustina, wearing cape snot. Now I'm gonna put the cape snot on you too. Y'all know I made those Kimmi's cape snots. Now I gotta make one for Tisha. Yep, I gotta make one for Tisha. See, they always coming out dark skin. I was trying to make one light skin. Maybe I make the one that I had the last time for Kimmi. I'm going to keep that one for Tisha. And then I'm going to make a different one for Kimmi. Bottom Row Soul tried to say that Stormi was insecure, but Stormi handed him his ass. Nah, nigga, you can Google me. I've been on Forbes, this, that. That's right. And y'all try to downplay it. And when I say y'all, I mean you too. And pointing right at him. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. They need their asses handed to them in their face, straight up, like a G. Like a G. And as long as Stormi is there, she gonna be the one to give it to him. And like I told you, Stormi, I don't want to see no lovey-dovey shit next year. I don't want to see you all hugged up with Tisha. And I damn sure don't want to see you hugged up with Marsau. So Carlos had brought up the fact that Marsau tried to diminish Mel too. After he admitted that he tried to diminish Stormi's presence online and her, you know, as a person, as a businesswoman. Then Mel pulled it out and said, I got something for you. And it was a t-shirt that said, I just sell t-shirts. And they said it was big, that they thought it was a night shirt, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I was eating a chocolate chip cookie. I'm trying to get this chocolate out my teeth. But he threw it back at her, and Mel threw that shit right back at him. And here go Kimmi. I thought it was a nice shirt. All them titties Marsau got. Girl, stop acting like he don't need a big shirt for them big old bitties. Tisha, you said that you don't believe that Marsau doesn't want you to succeed in business because you're on some of his businesses. So again, you're proving what everybody thought. Your name is just on there so he can get more grants. That you really don't do anything with the business. And then you're going to say Mel knows that you're successful. Obviously not, because when Mel was talking to the Fletchers, it didn't seem like she knew you were successful. I don't know about all of that. Okay. But if Mel knows, she knows. She know you better than I do. That's for sure. Y'all saw Kimmi put that cape snot on. Mel said, you didn't want her to do it when I was trying to help her. Kimmi, am I lying or not? Kimmi just opened her mouth looking like a horsey. Like a dazed horsey. Like she on something. She actually looked like she on something. Like she just, maybe she just smoked, you know. She could be prescribed some weed. She looked like she just had a blunt or something. I don't know what the hell. But she was moving all in slow motion, like her jaw was locked too. Or she just didn't want to answer. That's probably what it was. But she still looked a little slow and a little, you know, incapacitated, put it that way. So Mel had to ask her again, and she kind of whispered her response. Girl, this is what I be talking about you, Kimmi. Cut it out. You do not have to wear cape snot. But I do have to say this. People act as if Kimmi got worn down to change or whatever. But when y'all go back and y'all look at season 1, nobody had to wear Kimmi down. Kimmi was already like that from season 1. She didn't get told that she had to do it from Tisha. No, she spoke up a couple of times and Tisha held it against her the same way she holds everything. And she kept holding it against her. So it seemed as if it was more than what it was, but still don't make no sense because y'all was watching it. And Kimmi has never really been Mel's friend. She's just a bandwagoner. She's on because they needed another couple. They got picked and she was forced to kind of work with Mel. But she wasn't never Mel's friend. Actually, when they first started, she wasn't Mel's friend at all. They were more like associates. It was Tisha and Mel that was friends. But Kimmi's never been Mel's friend, y'all. She's there to get, you know, a spot on the show. And if she got to hang around with this chick, she will do that. But that's it. She don't like Mel. And she never has. Y'all gave her too much grace because she spoke up a couple of times. Y'all let too much stuff go. I'm sorry, you did. I think I want to go sell journals. That reminds me of something I saw on AL's channel about Tisha allegedly stealing KEKE's artwork and using it. That KEKE had wrote a book or poems or wrote some type of book, and she had showed Tisha the artwork, and then Tisha stole it, and then she ended up having to start all over again. And if I'm not mistaken, it was journals. This is all alleged, but that's what I heard. Like Bonita Betrayal. But you ain't heard it from me. But you did. You heard it from Lil Paulette and the gang. But I heard it is what I'm saying. And when he said journals, it reminded me of it. Tisha said at the end of the day, she got her goals. And Mel's like, and you better stick with him, Tisha. And Tisha ain't really paying Mel no mind. And Mel like, you better stick with him, Tisha. Mel, stop. You ain't got to be this girl's super cheerleader. She really do not like you either. You see that she still, every time she turn around throughout the season, she still was throwing little bows at you. You just came back from Houston where you damn near begged her. Stop it. Stop. Because Tisha ain't paying you no damn mind. All they're going to do is go home and say you trying to break up her marriage by saying that you better stick with your goals because you know Marsau don't want her to. Or next season, she'll be saying, at the reunion, you kept saying I better stick to it. I better stick to it. Even when I ignored you the first time, you said I better stick to it. That's interfering in my marriage. When I went home, it caused all kind of problems with me and Marceau, cause he knows that you want me to be divorced like you, and not divorced, Mel. I just mean like a successful businesswoman like you, and it's interfering in my marriage, and I feel betrayed. I don't know. I just feel betrayed. I don't know if we're gonna be able to mend this friendship because of the betrayal. I just can't. That's the shit she'll be on next year. So when Carlos brought up the stay-at-home mom thing, Tisha said Mel just bent all over her. She like, wait, what? What? Skirt? Wait a minute. You see how quickly Marceau jumped in? Oh, she got a choice. I'm telling y'all. I am telling y'all, whenever Marceau said that we have to stick to the plan was that he pretend that Tisha was this great stay-at-home mom for so long. And I'm not saying she wasn't home since she had Mila, because she probably was. But before that, she was not a stay-at-home mom. And from what I know, she was working customer service remotely. Even with, like, when that baby was able to talk and all that stuff, and baby keep that baby quiet, Tisha was working remotely from home. And then the deal for them to come on the show was for Marceau to pretend to be this big businessman, even though we know he was at the movie theater with the big suit. Like Martell said, that's when you was at the movie theater with the big suit. Okay, so even though he was at the movie theater with the big suit, the deal was for Tisha to pretend to be this great stay-at-home mom, and for him to pretend to be this great businessman, these millionaires. See, because she can't be doing no customer service or tech service remotely from home, and he working with the big suit, and they be millionaires. So that didn't look right for the show, and that is why Carlos pretends like he doesn't know that, you know, every time they get caught in these lies by the content creators or whoever is reporting it, that's why he pretends like he thinks they're authentic, because he has to be in on the lie as well, because he portrayed the show as these millionaire couples. Remember, y'all? That's how the show started off. As a matter of fact, I just watched episode 1 again earlier today. So that's what they were. They're supposed to be these millionaires, but they weren't. So he's in on that, like any other producers would be. Like, come on now, Melody need these certain couples, and like Mel said, she gave a lot of names, and everybody don't want to be on TV. So, and then the couple that she gave, Chris and Nell Fletcher, at the time, they were millionaires and they didn't want to be on the show. So if Nell would have went on back then, maybe we would have never seen the Snots, and we would have had a whole different show. Maybe, y'all. She was a stay-at-home mom with MJ, which is the oldest boy, for the first 2 years. Her family told her, you don't depend on no man. She went back to work. Yeah, I know. And then the bitch came out, and then he said, a family of single strong women, we call them the Rogers. But yet Stormi comes from a culture where they just call men bitches for no reason. No, you're a bitch, Marcel. You are. bitch. Bitch. Yeah, Mel hit that ass with a gut punch. Uncross your legs, Marceau. She said, why you trying to be funny? Uncross your legs. Let me cross mine. Sassier than me. And I do see Stormi looking at Marceau with disgust. I don't know if that look was for Mel. It does look like it's for Marceau, in my opinion. I don't know, y'all. Wait a minute. I did see her look at Mel the same way. I did see her give. I had to rewind it to see. I did see her give it to Mel first, but it still looked like it was towards Marceau, as if she was giving a fake, smile to Mel, but it was still towards Marceau. I don't know, y'all. Carlos, why would you ask him if it's his fear that his wife turns into Melody? And even he had to correct you and say a single woman, yes. Like, why you had to use Mel? It's almost as if you wanted Marceau to take another dig at Melly so you can open your mouth and look over at Mel with the fake surprise look you always have. So Mel just had to clear the stage because after Tisha and Marsau tried to play that, oh, she wants to be a PTA mom and cook and all of this stuff, Mel just broke it down to every damn thing that she does and does not miss with her children, still while being booked and busy and flying all over the world. So that just messed up y'all little plan that y'all had to pretend like Tisha is going back to being a stay-at-home mom that she always has been, or not always has been, but since the show has started, she has been a stay-at-home mom, and you just put her name on businesses to pretend because y'all couldn't stand all of the favor and the limelight and the love that Mel was getting and the accolades that Mel was getting, because she was, you know, a smart businesswoman and shown as a power couple. So you tried to boss Tisha up by lying and making a fake storyline and pretend that she is this great businesswoman, that she just got this business from Martell and it just turned into this multi-million-dollar business just overnight. Like, but you got all these lawsuits and stuff. Like, come on, make it make sense, please. Make it make sense. My girl KEKE JABBAR and Carla Sola, she looked good, looking just like Letitia. KEKE was like, I look like me, and Tisha was like, she knows she like to hear it. And then KEKE said, maybe with a touch of Letitia. But now that I know them, they don't look just alike anymore. Like when I first seen them, I thought they looked not just alike, but I thought they looked a lot alike. But now that I know them, they don't look a lot alike anymore. Like KEKE has those big eyes. Her eyes are similar to Wanda's. And I don't think Tisha looks like Wanda. She just like acts like her and she's shaped like her. So it's more of that, but not like her features. I don't see Wanda's features, but KEKE kind of has some of Wanda's features. KEKE is like a prettier version of Wanda. I don't think Wanda's pretty now, but she googly eyed. She okay. I wouldn't call her gruesomely ugly, but she all right. But she's not pretty. But I think KEKE's a pretty version of them. Yep, she's the pretty version of them. And Tisha's makeup looked really good. Like Tisha's face looked pretty on the reunion. Only thing was is that she had this fake like painted on smile that she had, I guess after Marsau told her that she went too far and she came back out. She had like this fake plaster smile. Her makeup looked really good, but her outfit didn't. KEKE says she's beautiful. Hey, to each their own. I heard that little snide remark, Tisha. We started out thick as thieves. Y'all did. Don't even try it. Y'all met when y'all was 14 and y'all was inseparable ever since. Even though y'all had y'all little fallouts, y'all was right back together. Don't even try it. So Carlos, pretending like he don't know, gonna ask KEKE why she broke her pact not to talk about the marriage. So KEKE broke it down about lying ass bugs and the makeup artists and all of that, and they did the stuff, you know, the little horsey noises or whatever the hell that is when she said the names. But we all know about it. It was bugs and the makeup artists or whatever. And KEKE contacted them according to her because Tisha asked her to. And then when she came back to give her the information, she didn't want to give it to her in front of Marsau. So she asked Tisha to meet her. Tisha said she would. Tisha never showed up. And then she got mad at KEKE because, of course, this is how I imagine it, Marsau got to her. And KEKE knew not to give her the information in front of Marsau because Marsau has picked up the phone while she was talking to Tisha at times and hung up on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no way my husband would be able to do that with my cousins. Ain't no damn way. We'll be in this motherfucker tumbling. I'll bite the shit out of his hand. We'll be up in here tumbling. Best to believe that. Carlos, it really doesn't matter why KEKE repeated it to Mel, because that had nothing to do with why Tisha was mad. Tisha wasn't mad because she repeated it to Mel, because she had to watch the episode and y'all was still taping. So it had nothing to do with that. You always trying to be slick. And that goes to anybody who said that. That had nothing to do with it. Tisha didn't even notice she repeated it to Mel. And also to the people who say that Mel is messy for asking her what's going on. As long as Mel wasn't saying nothing negative, she was not being messy. There was nothing wrong with her asking her what was going on when they all in the same damn friend circle. So your friends fall out and you just never ask your friend what's going on. You just sit there silently when you went one that the other one fell out with. You just sit there silently. No, you usually ask, are y'all back friends? Y'all cool again or whatever? And then you say, look, y'all need to work that out, or whatever you say. Or you say you wrong or she's wrong, whatever you say. You don't just sit there and not say nothing. If you do, you ain't no kind of friend. Talking about Mel was being messy. That's not being messy. If she was being messy, would have been her saying negative things about Tisha. But she wasn't doing that. Because if she would have been saying negative things about Tisha while at the same time saying that she's trying to be a friend to her, then I would have said that was being messy. But she was not being messy. Y'all need to stop. And stop forgetting that she's the executive producer of the show. That it's her job to act certain things just like the other producers. It's her job to do some stuff. Damn. Then Letitia goes on to lie and say, I don't know what's going on, Carlos. It's real messy. Her conversation with him didn't sound like a concerned cousin. And I know for a fact that that's a lie, because I heard those conversations and they did sound like a concerned cousin. And every single time KEKE said, I hope it's not true. I don't want this to be true. I don't want to know this. Every single time, oh, this is my cousin. That is the kind of stuff that KEKE was saying. She did sound like a concerned cousin. You're a damn liar, Tisha. And I heard it. You're a liar. KEKE called her dumb, and she talking about, don't call me at my name. And then KEKE was like, dumb and dumber. And Carla's gonna say like, KEKE. And KEKE was like, I'm not gonna be in denial. Ain't no shutting her up yet. Maybe this is KEKE last season, and if it is, I guess she said, I'm going off. Go off, KEKE. Go off. Go off. Go off. Go off. Go off, KEKE. Especially if they ain't letting you come back. They already gonna edit a whole bunch of it out anyway, like they always do. Punk asses. Then Carlos jumps in, KEKE, like he the teacher. Letitia just asked you, what is she in denial of? Fuck Letitia. And fuck you too, Carlos. KEKE said about what everybody else can see, but she can't. And Carlos said, tell her. And she said about having a cheetah on your arm. Oh, KEKE. It really don't matter. Even if you screamed up and down, jumped up and down, showed the picture, said whatever, they gonna edit it out. They are not gonna show it. They gonna bleep out the name. It don't matter, girl. But did y'all peep Mel face when she was watching KEKE when KEKE was going off? So Tisha lets the cat out the bag that KEKE has cheated on her husband and her husband has cheated on her, and she even paid for her husband to go on a date when they first started going together. And that's not cheating if you know about it. It's called an open relationship. And that's one thing I know about. I ain't on the outside talking, running my mouth, judging, or none of that, because I know all about it, because I was there. I've done it. So it's not cheating. I mean, it's cheating if KEKE and Ameen says it's cheating. But if they don't think it's cheating and they have an open relationship, then it's not cheating, is what I mean. And then she had the nerve to say, who's the dummy? The dummy is the one who don't know that their husband is cheating, or pretends to not know that their husband is cheating. Not the woman who is able to get hers while her husband is getting theirs. Remember that song by Candy? When you're out in the club, don't think I'm not, even when you're out. Remember that song? Even when you're out making love, don't think I'm not. Let me stop. Whatever. Do what y'all do. Anyway, y'all, that is the end of Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 7 Reunion Part 1, Part 2, baby. I hope y'all liked it. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you did, go off in the comments. Please go off in the comments. Agree, disagree, whatever. I don't care. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit that bell notification to be notified when the next video is coming out. And share the video, please. Thank you, gang. Peace.